That's why I want a kid soon too.
It's
That's
still
why.
in there.
That's why I know I'll be a good ass dad if
It's
they
so
just
hard.
listen. But I get manic really easily. That's why I need a
Fuck.
chick or a man or something.
What did I do?
You know what you did, Trayson.
Not take accountability when I'm a fucking adult now? I haven't done that shit for years? How many times do I have to promise to change myself? I'm literally at a Motel 6. I spent $1,200 for 9 days. What the hell do people want me to do?
What are you taking accountability for then?
So what's the definition of
I did it when you have unwillingly.
Oh my god!
Wow,
Thank
how
you. I
clever.
wasn't willing. I wasn't willing. I wasn't
Why were
willing.
you
I'm not gonna tell you because I've literally told them to their face and I don't want to go to fucking jail.
Hello, my name is Cheech, and for this video, we're going to be talking about a very disgusting individual. This person is, not surprisingly, an underground artist. I only say not surprisingly because, as sad as it is, a lot of underground artists, you know, in the modern times now, are getting caught doing a lot of weird things and, you know, things they shouldn't be doing in the first place. And it's kind of sad to see, but this underground artist, he's from Utah, and his name is JointsInTheGraveYard, or aka Trayson Lawrence. Now it's sad to say because I used to know who this guy was, not on a personal level, but I was associated with the music group that we were in. I wasn't in it recently, but this is during the time when I wasn't uploading on YouTube at all pretty much, and I was just focusing on music a lot, and Mayor Menace could even confirm that we were making music hella, like for fuck's sakes, you might have seen our music videos, but honestly, during this time when I was making music, I was experimenting with many different genres such as screamo rap. And of course, like any other underground artist, I wanted to go into a group. And this group was pretty much a lot of artists like that. And Joints was one of the members. That's how I pretty much met him. I was only in this group for about a few months or so, and I'll admit it's only because I wasn't really active on there, and honestly I got a little bored with music and distracted with things in life, so of course I just pretty much separated myself from the group and I left on good terms, so it was really nothing bad. Around 2 weeks ago, the group posted this on their page, including pictures and everything that I'm going to be showing you guys, and everything confirmed it. It's sad because these people in the group were close homies to him. A lot of people had made music with him. There's many things out there on all plaques that has his name on there. So it's really disgusting and sad to see that someone like that was in the group and he tried to act like he was not doing anything like that whatsoever. He was pretty much trying to hide it from them. The same day that he got caught and exposed, he started posting these things on his story to try to defend himself, but he did so terrible at it. It just made him look more pathetic than it already is. Now, on this right here, he's pretty much trying to throw excuses like he hasn't slept for a week, he's going crazy pretty much, and then on another story, he's trying to say that the account that exposed him for everything pretty much has multiple logins, trying to say that there's more than one person trying to throw dirt on his name. And then he said on that same story that he has the full story, but he's not willing to make it public. Listen, you can't say shit like that when you got caught pretty much for something so fucked up and it's public, okay? But yet you're trying to say you have the full story, but you don't want to make it public. That lets us know right there that you're hiding something. He also mentions that he's sending cease and desist on many people, and also says he's gonna send them to law enforcement if they don't take it serious pretty much. That is so ironic, that really is. Which is funny because we should be the ones calling law enforcement on him. This has nothing to do with it, but I don't know why, but 3 days after he gets called out, he posts this on his story like it's basically fucking sunshines and rainbows, dog, like everything's okay, when it's really not. Now, to get into the whole spill of everything about what he basically did, I know I was going off for like 3-4 minutes straight, not really saying exactly, but what he did, he pretty much is a serial rapist. He pretty much did the worst of the worst you could do to somebody. He took someone's innocence. And what made it worse, these were his own relatives, by the way. Yes, he did this to his own relatives. So, he's a very disgusting individual. Not only siblings of his were victims, but there was other people as well that had became victims of his. And honestly, I just can't believe someone can live like that. Like, I can't believe that there's human beings on this planet that have this kind of mentality. And the fact is, he's really out here trying to play victim so hard to the point where he's trying to play the mental health card. Like, oh, my mental health, it's so messed up right now. I can't even deal with this right now. Like pulling a Nova pretty much when Nova gets caught red-handed, dead ass. It just feels like that all over again. But with this dude though, he's obviously like messed up. He's clearly messed up, not only like in his mind, but like definitely as a person. Everything that I'm going to be showing you guys, I'm going to give you a fair warning that I'm going to be explaining everything in the most order that I have it, and I'm going to explain this as proper as I can without, you know, getting this video taken down, because everything that I'm going to show you guys, I think is probably the most disgusting thing that I had to read out for this channel. You thought the Nova leaks a few months back were bad? This is terrible, like beyond disgusting.
Me? You think I'm crazy like Ava?
My style, but like I said, it
What
had
did my
potential.
fucking
So the
numbers
first
mean
thing
to
that I
you?
did was cut out the
Why
beige
am
lining
I
on the inside.
related
Definitely
to
don't need
all of
that.
my
And then I pulled one of my old
stars?
dresses out of my closet
Lucky
to use
stars.
as a pattern for the size and shape that I want this upcycle dress to be. Next, I'm
Why?
going to cut off the
Why
excess
me?
fabric that I don't
Why
need right
anyone?
now, so that I can get the shape that I
I'm
want.
literally
of
gonna
the
be so
dress.
late
And
because I can't
decided
find
that I was
socks
gonna
or
save those
shoes
pieces
or
for later,
dignity
'cause I
right
felt
now.
like they were
Can you
gonna come in
please help
handy.
me?
Now I'm gonna
Something. I'm not just talking to talk.
This is just the first video, like the first video when you watch this shit on the drive. He's pretty much just going on about bullshit. This is just a little example pretty much on his temper tantrums. I'm sure at first when you watched it, you're probably thinking like, what the fuck was that? I was confused as well, but from the little clips that I've seen, watching them all together, this is just one of the examples of him pretty much just in his little manipulative state pretty much. Just whining or just throwing temper tantrums when people aren't listening to him or when he doesn't get his way. Like a literal man-child. It's really weird to see that someone who's 19 years old is acting like a complete child. And yes, I understand when, you know, you're growing up, you're still growing, your brain's still developing. Like everyone says, by the age of 25, your brain is going to be fully developed. So, of course, his brain's not fully developed, but it's not going to be an excuse for his actions.
Throw your own shit away. Not mine. I wear my reputation. Gladly, because I bought this for her. Wasn't paying attention to the right ones that I wanted. And I'm sorry, I'm being really fast, but I'm not like get in the garbage away. Oh, sorry I make you guys feel crazy. I feel crazy.
Just from the few little clips pretty much, he acts like he can be a smartass and talk like a dick pretty much in a monotone ass voice. Listen buddy, you can be an asshole without yelling at somebody, like pretty much. That's what he's going for. He thinks if he doesn't yell at people and talk the way how he talks to people, he thinks he's not being mean, he thinks he's not being an ass. Welcome to the planet Earth, buddy. Lots of people can do that, okay? You're not the very first human being to do something like this. The only reason why I'm starting off with showing off the little clips of him first is because if we get right into the goddamn spill of the disgusting screenshots and everything like that, it's just, not only you won't be able to believe it, but this is somebody that no one really knows publicly. Only in small amounts people know him publicly because of his music. So of course he has a small fan base, and so in small amounts people know who he is, but not a lot of people. So that's why I'm showing these little clips of him, because it gives you a real good idea of how he acts as a person behind the scenes. Literally behind the studio sessions, this is how he acts. And this isn't just like him gimmicking, this isn't a character. This is legit Trayson. This is Trayson in the videos.
Still have this smell, but you can have the beauty. Look, is that okay? Because I'm gonna put this on your action.
I can't say if that's okay. It's not like for me, you know.
Well, I'm also I'm putting everything in piles, like everything I want Ivy to look at. Because she literally was intuitionally hiding all of this shit from me. All the shit she gave me. And I'm not fucking holding back. You can have your shit. I'm gonna hide a little bit from you too. Because you made me feel fucking insane when I knew I fucking wasn't.
Here's your phones, by the way.
Like, why do you make me feel insane? Like, you don't even deserve these. I gave those to you too. Shut up. Deadass not crying. See, it's not gonna turn on because it's dead. Oh, never mind.
Why do you make me feel insane? Why? Like, I'm sorry, but like, what is that? Like generally, what in the fuck is that? He's over here acting like a literal child when he's in this whole fucking mood, bro. Like, I don't know what it is, bro. I don't know if he's on his man period or what. I don't know what the fuck it is, but this is one of those things where you start to realize, okay, maybe there is actually something wrong with him. There's actually something wrong with him. And this is like the one example. There's many others, and it gives you a good idea. And it lets me know definitely that behind the scenes when he's chilling with people and he's acting like this, oh my god, I really couldn't imagine being a friend of his and you're just trying to conversate with him, but then you argue and out of nowhere he's like, why are you making me insane? Why? I just can't. So this next clip I'm going to be showing you guys, what I was told, this was a normal thing that happens a lot. So when he was dating his ex, he has 2 exes that I'm aware, and during the time with this one ex, they were always constantly arguing about certain things, and then this clip I'm going to show you guys right here is one of the moments when they argued, and it pretty much just got heated. So just take a look at this.
Throw away and do your own thing and I'll look through the fucking garbage can again. Can you please just have some sort of respect for
You just have no respect for me, bro. I don't care. How was I? Are you kidding me?
Dude, this is what
You're
you
so
always
dumb,
do.
bro.
This is what you always do. You turn to fucking people because you can never fight for yourself. And you really don't make any sense.
You used to be
right
your
now.
own man, and you slowly turn into this fucking like.
I'm sorry that's how I take it. I have trauma. My brother used to be a little bitch to me, and now he's a dude. He asked for my fucking. Yeah, I have trauma, but I have respect for transgender people.
Okay, obviously. That's why you're a misogynist. That's why you're saying transphobic shit. That's why you fucking low-key hate women.
Yeah. You're talking about yourself. You're not
What have I
making
ever
sense
done
to
to
me.
hate women?
You've never
No, please.
You've never respected me. So you obviously didn't respect something about me. You've never
What
respected
have I
my
ever?
mom
Okay,
because
let
you
me
took
let me
her
let
off
me
the
say that
walls.
one more time. What have I ever done to disrespect you?
What have I ever done to disrespect you?
You've been. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Do you need to smack it into me or something?
I would
Do
really
it.
love to, but I'm not
Really do it. Oh, you're not anymore? Oh,
Yeah,
you're
because
over
you
it
used to
now?
drug me to that. Yeah.
Oh, look, I'm
This
acting
way-
like you now, like a two-faced motherfucker.
You've always been that way, you fucking psycho.
No, because you were literally doing it to me all fucking day when I just wanted to communicate with people, acting like I'm a fucking asshole. Because you are!
Damn.
Yeah, the fucking demon!
Your dad is right.
Ooh, yeah, you were about to read my fucking mind! Fucking hit me, I wouldn't hit you back though. Because I have respect for women, stupid dumbass.
I don't want to touch you anymore.
Fucking don't ever, again, unless you want to hit me, because I wouldn't hit you back. You have problems more than I fucking do.
That's why
We
you're.
both need therapy,
That's
bitch.
why you're acting like this.
The self-projection is just so pathetic. His ex is calling him out on his shit, being misogynistic, and his only logical response is just, no, I'm not anything like that. You're just running your mouth. And he starts to mimic with his hand gesture. Like, that's like some 5-year-old behavior. Like, when you see a child, you know, do that mimic with their hand, mocking you and shit, that is just so downright stupid. And the fact that he did that in a fucking heated argument, by the way, That just lets me know that he's not taking shit serious whatsoever. Dead ass. And then says shit like, oh, if you hit me, I want to hit you back because that lets you know I respect women. Like, what kind of fucking shit is that? Like, why would you say some dumb shit like that? You could have been more logical saying, listen, I actually respect women, yada yada yada. But he straight up just said, no, I wouldn't even hit women if they hit me because I actually respect them. Like, that doesn't let me know you like women or respect them. It just tells me that you can only tolerate them for so long until you just crash out. Now, the next clip I'm going to be showing you guys, it's going to be another heated argument between the two, but this is pretty much where shit gets heated and he doesn't want to take any accountability.
Okay.
How is that hard to get through your fucking mind?
Because I really don't need to. Because how in the fuck do you someone that fucks you? How do I just, oh yeah, let me get on top and make your...
That is exactly how I fucking got. I know I'm fucking great. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding
what I
me?
did to you. That is literally not what I did to you.
So fucking disgusting. So disgusting. His only response when he gets called out for pretty much doing the worst thing a human being can do, his only response, I never did that to you at all. I never did that to you. Like, and he says it in a monotone voice like this is normal. Like, this is something he has to deal with all the time. Like, that is so fucking scary about this. Some people, when they have to defend themselves, and especially in something like this, they are really aggressive. They want to make sure to defend themselves. But he's over here like, I never did it. I never did it at all. So, I never did it. Like, what the fuck? Just because you're so chill about it, that doesn't mean you're less guilty. You're still guilty, okay? There's a lot of evidence that backs it all up, alright, buddy? You did do it. You did everything you did to those victims. Now, the next clip I'm gonna show is pretty much around the same day, during the same day when he was arguing with the ex. By the way, this is a recent ex, so this was pretty much fucking recently. And in this video clip right here is their confrontation continuing on. And then in the clip pretty much, he's crying. He's crying, playing the victim so much that like he has to say, I don't know what you think I did. I don't know what I did. Like, look at this.
I meant every word I said to others too, because you guys are both backstabbers. You guys have each other's back. Two faces.
Sure, hope we have each other's back. What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't care.
You're just jealous you have somebody like that, bro. What the fuck ever.
Look who the fuck I got. I don't care.
Who?
Did I ask?
Who's here?
Did I ask?
Helping you?
Did I ask? Did I ask for any help at all?
Yes, you've been
No, I
begging for
didn't.
that, actually.
No, not from you though. Thanks.
Did I ask for help? Yes, you've been
Yes,
begging,
oh my god.
actually.
Thanks. Oh my god, you're so clever. Wow, you connect stars so. Oh my god, you could be your own song. Oh wait, you call your when you're not.
Look at your note right now, spreading positivity in your city.
Yeah, because you spread negativity.
How?
And you're sitting here talking like
How do I spread?
How do I spread positivity? How do I spread negativity? How do I spread?
Maybe
cheating on somebody,
Irene.
and trying to lie on everyone's name and saying shit that isn't true.
How is that not?
Maybe we both need fucking.
What is?
Ooh,
Okay, no.
dude,
Please, what is the
you
definition
need
of rape?
therapy.
What is the definition
You
of
need
rape?
therapy. I
Just really
didn't
fast.
do that to you.
Then what's the definition of rape?
I didn't. When you have sex unwillingly.
Oh my god!
Wow,
Thank
how
you. I
clever.
wasn't willing. I wasn't willing. I wasn't
Why were you
willing.
hard and do it yourself and still thrust and push in? You're actually gonna fucking make me like candy.
I'm panicking. Freak out. Do something, please.
Well, you are
I'll give
right
you a
now.
fucking knife, bro.
You are right now. You.
I'm just so speechless. Like, honestly, I have no actual words, but I'm just so disgusted and I can't even say it in words, bro. I can't. Like, that's how disgusted I truly am. Like, the victim's right there telling him, listen, you did this and that, and telling details pretty fucking much, and his only response is, I never did that to you whatsoever. What are you talking about? It was actually consensual. Like, bruh, That is crazy, dude. And then you self-reported yourself by pretty much explaining what unconsent was, dude. Dead ass. Like, what is wrong with you? When he said, you're spreading negative energy, I low-key died. Like, I low-key just couldn't handle it anymore. That just made me laugh my ass off, because the fact is, all this is evidence in his face. Like, it's facts. It's legit, not photoshopped, bro. Okay? This isn't photoshopped at all, buddy. This isn't fake. And he's over here like, I never did it. I never did it at all. And you guys are lying. You guys are backstabbers, if anything, spreading negative energy and spreading lies about me. Like, that is so fucking crazy to me. Like, you sound like any other person who gets caught red-handed. It's everyone else's fault. It's their fault. It's this and that. It's not your fault. Like, that's pretty much what you're getting at, right, Trayson? As I mentioned, many people, when they get into situations that are really bad like this, they have different ways to defend themselves and to actually make themselves look not guilty on what they did. But he is doing everything the opposite. He's really doing everything that you shouldn't do to defend yourself. He's making himself look more and more guilty every time he speaks and posts. And it's just so fucked. What I'm going to show you guys now, this is where everything becomes really disgusting and very disturbing. So be prepared for a lot of censoring and a lot of that. So, and this right here, this is a phone call between Trayson and his ex's sister. And during this phone call, pretty much, they discussed his abuse in the past, pretty much. Because in the past, Trayson was staying with his ex and the sister. They were living together for a good amount of time. And she had to witness the abuse that he did, pretty much. And that's what this phone call is all about, pretty much. He's confessing to his actions.
Hello?
It's good.
What are you doing?
Well, my cousin and I literally just couldn't reply to them because I unblocked them, but for some reason the blocking was still there. And they were just calling me a pussy, you know, saying I'm all this, saying I'm all that, and I literally can't just do anything but look at it and just look at it. Like, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to reply? Let me show you a screenshot. I couldn't even reply. It literally said blocked. But I was still getting the notifications.
Oh, fuck.
She's literally saying, is this not harassment? Is this not fucking harassment?
Well, I mean, did you do it?
No.
Well, I mean, I've kind of seen what, like,
When the fuck we were kids, back when we were after that, no, it hasn't happened for like 6 or 7 years now.
so when you were little?
Yeah, when we were literally kids. And then
Like,
I
you...
was trying to manipulate them into thinking, oh, well, Jason didn't just stop you. They started me. Dude, I literally never Ivy. Like, what the fuck do you mean when
I mean, I remember my mom had to have a conversation with you when we were in the Syracuse house.
About what?
About consent. Okay, but did you take accountability for your cousins when you guys were little?
Yes, I did, bro. My dad and my mom pounded it into my fucking head. Like, oh my god, I'm getting a call from other people. But, Alicia, I just don't want to, like, argue with anyone anymore.
Well, no, I'm trying to make sense of... Okay, whatever. Trying to understand, like, what happened and...
Well, my older brother JJ me when I was we were kids. What was the like, what the fuck?
Like,
What do you make of
child on child's SA. And then you...
My brother was on some weird shit, and then I once watched a movie with a sex scene in it while my mother was sleeping. And that was when I was like, that was literally, I was like, no. Yeah, I was like, and then fucking, dude, I'm literally, she called me, and then I heard her right as she turned on the call, she pushed her screen record button, said, are you gonna say what you wanted to say yesterday?
Who?
So I can go to fucking prison?
Wait, who?
My cousin.
Oh.
My cousin. Trying to get me to say on recording that I fucking didn't. Like, what? I literally already admitted it to my mother and my dad. They fucking know we were kids. Why are you trying to get me arrested for something that happened when we were kids? And
Because it just sounds like you have the same patterns, and it doesn't feel like you've taken accountability for it, Trayson.
Okay, well, I don't. Are you with anyone? Because I do take accountability. I just don't want to go to fucking jail. And I feel like that's what she's trying to do.
Well,
I take accountability when we were kids. I took accountability when we were kids. And they're trying to gaslight me and be like, no, you never did. No, you never did. Girl.
but even the actions you've taken while you've been manic here the past couple days, I've heard the story about you bringing out your fucking dildos, Trayson. Being pissed off you couldn't find your other one.
Oh my god, they're literally being so fucking dramatic, bro. I'm sorry, Felicia. But me taking out my dildos because I came home and couldn't find anything.
But still, why do you have to do that in front of people you're not even... Like, it doesn't make sense, Trayson.
Why are they? Because I couldn't look through anything of my own without having people in there. I had no privacy.
And you know... Oh my god. There's so much... I don't know, Trayson. You have your own decisions. Obviously, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I just feel like...
I'm so confused right now.
Just what you're doing isn't fair to you. It's not fair to Ivy or your cousins or your brother or anybody.
What did I do?
You know what you did, Trayson.
Not take accountability when I'm a fucking adult now? I haven't done that shit for years? Ivy's lying. I've never her. Yeah, I fucking went, dude. Oh my god.
What?
Yeah, she was mad at me about consent and shit, but bro,
Well, if she's getting mad about consent, then obviously something isn't right.
how do you have sex and then get mad about consent after? And then after
Because, Trayson, you can... Oh my god. You don't understand it then. Even if you're enacting in the moment, you can still say no. Once you say no to that, then you stop.
I'm trying to explain to you the first time that it happened that I remember with Ivy, she did not tell me stop until after we were already doing it, and then told me that I'm sorry, Felicia, I can't.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Trayson. If you continue after someone says stop, then that is not consent.
That is why I stopped. Wait, bro. Oh my god, Felicia, please hear me out on this. Ivy had sex with me willingly, and then afterwards, when I wanted to finish, what the fuck?
And what was your reaction to it afterwards?
And she pushed me off of her, and I was kind of a little bit butthurt because, okay, my bad. And then I never did it again, even though she would always tell me I'm fucking, like, bro, that would turn me off so fast, like, I'm not, like, bro, me and Ivy haven't had sex for, like, 3, 4, 5, like, 4 months. What are you talking about? Not you, but what is Ivy talking about, dude? Like, I know I'm not crazy.
I just think you need to get some help right now, Trayson.
That's what everyone's telling me, Felicia. Thank you. I'm going to a penitentiary on the May 4th. May 5th. May 4th or March 4th or March 5th. I'm going to, not a penitentiary, but it's an institutionalized program center in Sandy. And I'm probably just going to go stay out there for 2 months and let them do their fucking work on my brain. People tell me what the fuck to do. That's quite literally why Ivy broke up with me. Sorry. And then is now making up all these fucking excuses that, like, didn't make sense. That's why I didn't want to be around them at all after they broke up with me. tried to touch my fucking waist. They literally tried to grab my waist after they broke up with me because I couldn't stop crying. What the fuck is that? Is that not manipulation? Is that not
No,
consent?
Trayson, that's trying to give comfort.
By grabbing your ex by the waist? Your ex by the waist. I'm sorry, Felicia. It sounds like you're just trying to. That is your little sister. Like, I understand, but bro, you're not being reasonable with me.
No, because that is my sibling, and I'm gonna have my siblings back to the end. And if she says she got raped by you, then I'm gonna believe my fucking sibling. And even with the shit that you've done to your cousins, your family when you were little, it doesn't add up to what it does add up to what Ivy is fucking saying now. If you don't hold accountability for yourself, if you don't make that promise to change in yourself, then what the fuck?
How many times do I have to promise to change myself? I'm literally at a Motel 6. I spent $1,200 for 9 days. What the hell do people want me to do? I'm sorry. Holy shit. Like, bro, I genuinely... It's bro, like, I don't even know what to say. Like, I take accountability. What is there to say? I take accountability. I take accountability. I take accountability. I take accountability. I've said it and 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 said it.
For what? What are you taking accountability for then?
I'm not gonna tell you because I've literally told them to their face and I don't want to go to fucking jail.
Everything about this call was just so disturbing. When I first watched this by myself, I was just so nauseous in my stomach. I literally just almost threw up. I'm not even gonna lie. The fact is, he's describing all this like this is normal to him. And anytime that this gets brought up, he gets angry. And we've seen from the clips pretty much that he won't tolerate it at all, pretty much. And he disclosed his trauma like that was his excuse for what he did to his victims, pretty much. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm sorry that whatever happened to you, Trayson, as a child, you know, if that really happened to you, I'm sorry, but that doesn't excuse what you did to the victims at all. The audacity of him to really just say that his victims are manipulating each other into thinking that he raped them, like, that is just so fucking actually ridiculous. I can't believe you could say something like that. They're manipulating each other? No, they're actually confessing their fucking story to each other. That's what they're doing. They're telling their story. And obviously, you don't want them to tell their stories because you know you're gonna get caught up eventually. That's what it is. When he starts describing how he got upset because he didn't pretty much get his way with his girlfriend, that just lets me know right there, like, okay, this dude is obviously a red flag, and he's like, come on, dude, you don't get mad at somebody like for that specific reason, especially when you're intimate, you know what I'm saying? You just can't, because legit, it's consent at the end of the day. You should have to give consent. Both of you have to give consent. But what I'm getting out of it is, he said, oh, she did give consent, but then at one point they stopped. And then sometime after that, he wanted to finish, he said. And he tried to, you know, do what he did. She pushed him off of her. And he didn't like that. And that's what made him upset. So that lets me know right there, of course, yeah, you're obviously in the wrong. When he said that he's going to get help, I didn't believe him at all whatsoever, because let's be honest, when you have a lot of people that are like him at the end of the day, they always say things like that when they know they're getting caught. And we know they're never going to get help whatsoever. Like, look at EDP, for example. He said he was going to get help, and he never got the help. Like, let's be dead ass. And when he said that he was going to go to a penitentiary, like a whole facility pretty much to, you know, he said that he was going to go and get help, but he never did. And it's funny because he said that he was going to go on the 3rd of March. It is the 23rd of March as I'm making this. And as I'm aware, he has not went to any facility that I'm aware of. He's pretty much out there still doing what he does best. And he's just trying to play victim. So this next part we're going to be looking into now, this is going to be a lot of screenshots And this is going to be all the screenshots pretty much that is inside of the doc. So the first two I'm going to be showing you guys, this is a conversation between him and his big brother, and then the next rest of the screenshots are going to be conversations between him and his cousin, which is one of his victims. So there's going to be a lot of things. It's just so confusing because one minute he says he never did anything like that to anybody, and he's saying all these things like that, but then in messages between pretty much his own abuser, pretty much, which is his brother, and he's telling them what's going on, and he's telling them there's a possibility that he could get arrested for his actions. And his brother's only response really is just saying, me and you did too, so what? We were little kids, shit happens and we grow up. He's saying it like, listen, we were kids, man. Kids do what kids do, and we get older and we learn from it. Like, no, not from those kind of things, buddy, okay? I don't know what kind of fucking person this JJ guy is, but the fact that he's really just nonchalant, just texting that, like, yeah, it's okay, me and you did these things as children, but it doesn't matter, like, that's just so fucking disgusting. Like, generally, I can't believe that. That it's basically a spit in the face to the victims, like, dead ass. Like, I know I mentioned a second screenshot, but the second one is just the same messages, but they're more scrolled down. So, to let you guys know right away, the names that you see on the screen are the names of the victims, and I made sure to get permission from them if they wanted their names out there, and they didn't mind, because of course they wanted to have their stories heard. So in their respects, I'm gonna have their names out there. So Shay is the cousin of Joints, and Ivy is his recent ex that I have been talking about. So when he mentions that Shay had told Ivy, he was saying that his cousin had pretty much told his ex what had went down pretty much in the past, because obviously he had done something to Ivy. And then when they talked about it together, they had both confirmed, of course, you know, their stories together, since he had did those things to both of them. And you know, now, just because of that, they're obviously gonna be against him. But in his mind, he thinks everybody is backstabbing him and doing all the other things, which is just so ridiculous. Now getting into the conversations between him and his cousin, I'm gonna read the text and you guys can be the judges of it. Shay, I'm really sorry. I hope you know that. Sorry for fucking what, Trayson? Are you gonna just fucking admit this shit finally? I'm so fucking sick of pretending it didn't happen. Dude, Shay, when have I ever pretended that didn't happen? I have always felt really guilty and gross. Then apologize truly for what you did. That's what fueled my anxiety and my insanity for so long. Do you even remember any of it? Her telling me I'm a graper is not helping. I fucking remember it all. Yes. So honestly, I don't even know what was going through his mind when he was texting like this. The fact that he's trying to put all these little faces at the end of his sentences, like he's really trying to look like a sad boy, like I don't understand that at all. Like this isn't making you look less guilty at all, okay, Trayson? I don't know what the fuck you're trying to think or do with that, but that's not gonna work. And the audacity to really say that, oh, her telling me I'm a graper is not really helping at all. Well, if everyone is saying the same story about what you did to them, obviously a lot of things are adding up. They're not lying, okay? They're not invalid. Like, there's many things in front of you that are facts, and you don't want to think of it as facts. You want to think of it as lies. You want to think of it as betrayal. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So all the screenshots I'm going to be showing off, these are ones that just stand out the most out of every single screenshot, because this lets me know that not only he's a manipulative person, he is pretty much guilty. He is aware of his actions, and he says himself many times that he is scared to go to prison because he knows what could happen to him. And honestly, this is like any other person that is aware of their own actions when they do things like this. It's just really ridiculous because at one point he even tries to trauma dump on his own victim. Like, what kind of shit is that? You're the one that gave someone trauma, and then your only result when they're confronting you about this, you want to trauma dump on them to make them feel bad and then try to say you're a victim. Like, that is just so fucking stupid. I can't believe that. It makes it so unfair for the victims, as I've been trying to say. So this is what he says right here, because here you go. I traumatize everybody else more than they traumatize me, and I hate it. Be done. Me too. I'm done trying to explain myself to people that are unwilling to listen. And Shay responds, and if you can't, there's no possible way I'm ever looking into your disgusting face. I can't do it anymore. And honestly, I don't blame her for feeling that way. I really don't. And his fucking response is so fucking stupid, man. I'm a victim too, but even that, I feel bad because all my life my dad would tell me the same exact thing. Thanks. Like, what kind of fucking shit is that? Like, you really want to throw all that back at her face trying to say, oh, don't worry. My dad said the same thing you said to me. I know exactly how you feel. I know what you're trying to say. My dad told me the same thing. And honestly, even if he did, that's just fucking stupid because there's just no way how you could even just say this to your own victim and feel good about yourself. You think you got away with it and think you can say something like that and act like you didn't just give them trauma and didn't just like give them nightmares for the rest of their life. And Shay even says right here, you came into the chat to apologize and yet you can't even own up to it. Like, that's just so fucking crazy because the whole time he's trying to make it seem like he's apologizing and he's actually owning up to his actions, but then yet he's not even trying to do it whatsoever. He's basically just trying to self-project and just trying to skip around it and not even say exactly what he did. He's trying to fucking say, well, I guess I'm being accused for something I didn't even do. Like, that's just so dumb. Right here, he's trying to fucking put the idea in their mind that it's gonna be their fault, that he's gonna get in trouble pretty much for what he's doing. And he says it like, you want me to go to jail and just relive my trauma? What are you guys telling me? To off myself? Like, wow. That's just so stupid. Like, a lot of fucking people like this, and even the locals themselves that are obviously getting caught red-handed, you know, doing weird things they shouldn't be doing, they will obviously say things like this because of course they can never take accountability for their actions. And I will never understand why this will be the same pattern. He's always saying that he's gonna get help, saying that he knows he needs help and all that. Like, that's not even gonna help himself by saying it, because you know, actions actually define more than words. Let's be real, because if he actually meant it, he would have actually gotten the help by now. Shit, he would have done it by the fucking 3rd of March like he mentioned, but he never did. So as we speak, I'm sure he's just fucking out and about, probably just chilling, trying to act like he didn't just do all these things, because as I even showed earlier on with all the stories he was posting, he just posted one story like it was casual, like he never did anything at all. So I'm sure you guys are starting to see now, when it comes to him actually owning up to his actions, he's not ever owning up to it at all pretty much, and he tries to brush it off or skip around it. Right here, she's pretty much just telling him, you just can't, can you? You can't just fucking say you're sorry for fucking raping me. You're a coward. You'd never actually own up to it. And then his response right here, why are you making me? Like, right here, that just... How can you say that to somebody you caused trauma to? You're really gonna say, why are you making me? Huh? Why are you making me have to apologize? Because you have to take accountability. That's what you have to fucking do when you obviously did something that you should have never done ever in the first place. And not only that, you did the worst thing you could do to your own family member, and you're acting like you never did it whatsoever. Like, wow. So this right here is what stands out the most, because not only this lets me know he's obviously self-aware of his actions, this is a guilty mentality, because he says he owned up to this for years in his head. And that's just what me and Menace had talked about this for days when we had saw this, because how could you say you owned up to something when you really never owned up to it? You said you owned up to it for years in your head. No, you never owned up to it at all. You pretty much have thought about what you did. You thought about your actions, and you let them eat you alive pretty much. You started to feel guilty, I'm sure, and you're just saying that. I'm pretty sure you're lying to yourself. You're just lying to yourself, just saying, oh, I have owned up to it. When in reality, you just been thinking about your actions pretty much. And you're probably debating on actually owning up to it. But when it comes down to it, when people are pretty much forcing you to actually own up to your actions, you can't. You can't even do that. So right here in this screenshot, she sends a voice message and then good thing with the transcript, we can actually read it. Pretty much she's going off on him, pretty much saying what he deserves to hear. Right here, she tells him straight up, you can't even own up to your own actions because you're so stuck up and self-centered. And even tells him, you're manipulating yourself into thinking you're the victim all the fucking time. You're not the victim, dude. You are the rapist, okay? Own that shit. Pretty much telling him, you know, you need to own up to it. Take accountability. And at one point, he even says right here in his response, that might be true, but dude, you are low-key manipulative as fuck right now. What do you mean? Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? One minute you're manipulating everybody else, but then yet, when you're getting confronted with it, they're manipulating you all of a sudden. They're backstabbing you. Like, what is wrong with you, dude? Like, it's so aggravating that he can say all these things and act like he's actually the victim. Like, are you serious? As I said earlier, like I said this earlier on in the video, yes, he was a victim and what happened to him was pretty upsetting, but that's not ever gonna excuse his actions at all. You should have gotten the help earlier on when that happened, but it seems like you never did whatsoever. So the screenshots leading up to this one, it's pretty much the same fucking thing as I've been saying throughout the whole chats. It's just her trying to get him to actually own up to it and actually apologize directly about what he did exactly, but he's not even trying at all. And he even tries to go as far as to say it's been a certain amount of time since he actually did it. He's trying to say, oh well, it's only been 5 years, 6 years since I ever did anything, so it doesn't really matter. It's in the past. That's his point. And then Shay right here says it's actually been 3 years. It even talks about her last encounter with him pretty much, talking about how he just kept touching her pretty much. And that's just really fucking crazy to me because his response, he's not making sense at all. Like, he's really not. The way how he's replying to the messages pretty much, it gives me a vibe that he is actually really psycho or he's going through some mental illness or something like that, because definitely the way how he posts on his story and the way how he's talking, he's definitely not there mentally. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, because he says, I'm at the center of my reality. Y'all aren't either anymore. Goodbye, cousin. And it's just, he says goodbye like at least 4 to 5 times. Like, this is probably like the 3rd time he said goodbye, because he constantly kept talking and then tries to say bye and then to ignore the conversation, because that was his thing. He tries to speak his point and to leave. But of course, Shay has a lot to say. She wants him to actually take accountability. So of course she's going to reply and constantly get his attention. And then he comes back saying pretty much just fucking shit that's not making sense at all. And then shit to make him look like a victim pretty much. So I wanted to put these two together because not only they just go together, but he's really trying so hard to just manipulate her pretty much and make her feel bad, because right here she's pretty much telling him, just admit it, dude, just admit it, come on, stop being such a coward and just let it out, come on, just say it. She just wants him to say it and admit it, but he can't. And then over here in his response, he's just gonna say, okay, I'm gonna go cry about it now, thanks. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that, dude? Like, you sound like Nova, dude. Nova gets caught, all he can do is just say he's depressed at life. He wants to be gone. Like, what kind of shit is that, dude? And of course, she tells him, you're lost. You lost yourself. And he says, thanks, I lost my all as well. So did you. My mom, not yours. No matter how bad it hurts, either of us to admit. Like, what the fuck kind of shit is that? You are legit the reason she's hurting. You're the reason she has PTSD, she says. And yet, you're over here trying to make it seem like you're both victims, that you both messed up, when really, you're the one that messed up. You're the one that wanted to put trauma into your cousin. And you're trying to fucking make it seem like, no, that's not the case at all. Like, you've never did that. And you're trying to say that you took accountability in your head. What kind of shit is that? Wow. She even tells him, you're the reason that everything is gone. You're the reason that everything has left your life. This is your fault. You're not the victim. I don't know what he's getting at right here when he says, I know my mom would be panicking because who she would stand for. And honestly, if your mother was alive, just like Shay said, she would just be disappointed in you and disgusted. Like, let's be honest. Because in the next screenshot here, that's what Shay pretty much talks about. She talks about what had happened to them as kids, and even talks about his mother's reaction. Right here, he really tried to make it seem like, oh, my mother, if she was here, she would support her son no matter what happens. When it's like, dude, I'm sure, I don't even know her person like that. I never knew her, but any mother that hears about their son doing something like this, yes, one part of you wants to think, you know, he didn't do that, but if there's evidence backing it up, you have to just believe it. Right here at the top, he replies to her when she said that he's the reason that everything is pretty much gone out of his life. He says, thanks, devil, demon, Lucifer. Like, I don't know what he's doing here, adding that on. I don't know. I think he's really trying to get it in her mind that she's the one causing his trauma, really, when obviously he's the one causing her trauma. Dead ass. And of course, right here, she goes off on him, pretty much saying, you know damn fucking well how disappointed she'd be in your ass. You know damn well, okay? Pretty much telling him that his mom would be disappointed in him and disgusted. She even reminds him of what he did to them pretty much when they were children. And even reminds him of his mother's reaction, saying, nah, remember when we were this young and you convinced all of us to get naked because you were just a disgusting perverted person? Do you remember? And do you remember her reaction? Because she started bawling. She couldn't stop bawling because she was so fucking disappointed that her own son could do that to her daughters. He starts going on about Lucifer for some fucking reason. I don't know why, and I honestly don't give two shits. But then, out of nowhere, he just says one word in response to the whole fucking thing she said, and he said assumption. Pretty much fucking saying like, oh no, you're just assumptioning, you know, you're just assuming pretty much what happened. Like, no, that's not what's going on, buddy. She's telling you in detail. She remembers in detail what happened to her as a child, and yet you're trying to say these are assumptions. Like, the audacity, like, really. She even tells you in detail what you made her do. Right here at the bottom, she's pretty much just telling him that you're just evil, and everything that you do represents evil pretty much. And she even tells him everything that he's doing and saying is just not making sense. And honestly, I was thinking the same thing as well, because everything that he's saying in response to a lot of different things or certain things in chat, he's not making sense at all whatsoever. And he even says he's having a mental breakdown and he should get help. But if the facility isn't going to help him, then he should turn himself in, she says. And honestly, I agree with her 100%, because if you know and you're aware that you need help, but then yet you haven't gotten help, that tells me right there that you just don't want the help whatsoever. So if you don't want to take the next step to actually go to a facility, you might as well just turn yourself in, because you're obviously a menace to society. She even tells him straight up to get the idea in his head. She's trying to get him to apologize for something that he did, and it affected her for so many different things in so many different ways. And right here, he replied to the voice message of her saying pretty much that he was evil, and he said, thanks. I know. How many times do you need to tell me? I'm out of your reality forever. What the fuck do you not get? What you're not getting, Trayson, is that they're trying to make you apologize. You need to take accountability. That's what you need to do, okay? She straight up tells him that he's the reason that she can't do anything the same when it comes to relationships and even talking with men, because she even says she can't even be in a room by herself without feeling scared, and she can't even have a door closed while she's in a room with the man, and can't even really, you know, have physical contact with certain men because of what you did to her. So right here, he's replying to the voice message of her saying that she's trying to get him to apologize, and his reply to it pretty much is just so fucking dumb as hell. It's like actually selfish as fuck. He's over here saying, I'll do it in person, which will never happen because of this conversation pretty much. Yeah, okay. You were gonna apologize in person, but just because since this all happened through text message, you don't want to apologize whatsoever. No, that's BS. You were never gonna apologize at all. Let's be real. You were never gonna apologize in person because, let's be real, you didn't want to even face your fucking actions whatsoever. You didn't want to face all the shit that's happening. Right here, he even says on the top of the chat, bro, why do you hate me for wanting to be me? Okay, dude. You are a rapist, okay? You took someone's innocence. You are obviously a bad person, okay? Obviously, people aren't gonna like you for being that way, alright? Nobody isn't liking you for being you. People just don't like you because you're obviously a bad person. And she literally even says right here, what kind of fucking question is that, you regard? Like, come on, dude. And he's over here like, that's what I'm trying to understand. I'm not victimizing, bro. I don't know anymore. Like, he's really trying so hard to make it seem like he's not trying to manipulate or gaslight people, but then yet he does shit like this throughout the whole chats. He can't even actually face his own victims and apologize straight up. It even says he won't apologize in person just because of what happened in the chats pretty much. And like I already said, he wasn't going to either way, but he's trying to make it seem like that he was going to. She tells him straight up why she hates him, and it's for full-on valid reasons. And his response, I'm sorry we did everything we did as kids. We were just kids, dude. I didn't understand what I was doing. I was just being a piece of shit. Like, that was his only fucking response. Dude, you can't even actually say sorry. You're trying to say it like, oh, I was just being a piece of shit. I don't know what I was doing. But then yet, at one point, you acknowledged your actions and you said you remember what you did when people asked you. Because at one point, you said, no, I don't remember. I actually didn't do anything like that. But then you took it back seconds later and you remember. So you need to make up your mind. Right here, he even says, I'm sorry about timing. I shouldn't have ever done that. I just don't want to ruin my own career. So that right there lets me know, and not just me, but all the victims know that you are not only self-aware, but you just didn't want no one to know because of your fucking music career. Dead ass, okay? No offense, you know what? Fuck yeah. Full on offense. Your music was already trash as it is. It was some mediocre ass screamo music, okay? So to be dead ass, your career was gonna go down the drain either fucking way, cause you were biting sounds. But then this just added onto it, bro. Like, I'm not even fucking lying to you, bro. You really wanted to hide this to protect your own career, as selfish as it fucking sounds, like dead ass. I'm gonna play some of this garbage for like a few seconds and just let me know what you guys think of it.
Bitch, I need a goddamn lighter, I be fucking tweaking out. But I still feel it's wise, bitch, I need some mental health.
Alright, bro, I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean for you guys to hear that garbage, so let's get through it. Right here, he reacts to his cousin pretty much telling him what he said about them being kids when it happened. She pretty much told him, listen, just because we were kids, that doesn't excuse it, and you still manipulated me. That's what she tells him. And then right here, this is when he goes off pretty much, trying to make her feel bad, talking about offing himself again pretty much, saying, it's not about me, it's about literally offing myself. I'm willing to get the help, I just need you to listen to me for 1 second. I'm really mentally unwell and can't take this stably or sanely right now. This feels like a nightmare due to my sleep deprived state. I'm not trying to victimize. It's real fucking crazy because he'll add not victimize at the end of every fucking discussion like this. Because there's another one where he's talking exactly like this and then he ends it off with not trying to victimize. Yes, you are. You are definitely trying to 100% victimize just because you know you're in the wrong. Like dead ass. Even right here, he says, I get you want me to feel anxious because I took power from you for so long, but I didn't know what I was doing, dude, I swear. When I searched up, can a manipulative person be aware of their actions? It says yes, so pretty much you were aware of what you were doing when you were manipulating your victims, okay? Right here on the right, Shay even tells him straight up, you know what, that's just stupid of you. That's really dumb of you to even think like that. I want you to know what the fuck I felt for the past 15 years of my life, Trayson, okay? The past 3 years, I've been healing, and I'm still not healed. And honestly, it takes a lot of time. It really does, especially for survivors. It's gonna take them a long time to really recover for something like this. It really is. And Trayson over here is trying to make it seem like, I never even gave you trauma whatsoever, so why are you even trying to make it seem like that? Like, and she's telling him straight up in his face. But then yeah, he's like, don't put that in my mind. Don't put that in my mind. Like, that's pretty much what he's doing. And I can never understand what goes on in a person's mind like this when they're being dead ass confronted about their actions and they don't want to face it. They think it's like a game, you know, they think it's like some fucking made believe because dead ass, they'll either ignore it act like it never happened, or just blame the other person pretty much, which is pretty much what he's doing. He's trying to blame everybody else for his actions but himself, trying to say everybody else is backstabbing him, everybody else is lying. They're trying to throw dirt in his name because they don't like him, but in reality, a lot of people are just done with his bullshit, and people want justice. He has such a self-projection personality. Like, you can tell him straight up he's a monster, but then yet he'll be like, no, I'm not a monster, you're the monster, you do this and that, when of course that person has never done anything like that whatsoever. But he wants to go ahead and project so hard because he doesn't want to ever think about himself like that. He is self-centered pretty much. He likes to think of himself as the good guy, the fucking nicest person in the world, and if anyone were to say otherwise, he's gonna get upset and defend himself. Like right here, he's trying to fucking play the sleep depriving card again, dude. Trying to say, oh my god, at this current moment, I can't even fucking understand because I don't know what's real or fake. Yeah, okay, buddy. You don't know what's real or fake, but then when someone's actually telling you what you did to them and all that, you're aware, you know that's real pretty much, and you're just trying to play dumb. You know that was real and all that, dude. I don't know why you're trying to say, yeah, dude, I don't know what's real or fake right now. I don't understand what you're saying. You need to talk to me at another time. Like, let me take a nap and wake me up when I'm actually more awake, and then I'll be more logical to speak. Like, that's pretty much what you're saying, right? And that's just so bullshit. She even tells him right here, apologize. Was that slow enough for your slow ass? Like, it's, and you know, at the end of the day, we're all trying to be friendly and professional, but at the same time, when you have someone like Trayson who's not willing to take accountability, and he's obviously just playing dumb because he wants to, you have to get it through his mind. And obviously he's saying, bro, are you joking? I don't know why the fuck he keeps using these sad faces, dude. Like, he's really trying to, it reminds me of that one fucking emoji with the fucking two hands and the one sad face. Like, I'll have to show it, but that's pretty much what he's fucking doing. Like, right here, this just irritates me a lot because he's really trying to make it seem like, oh my god, dude, are they talking for you now? Like, this doesn't sound like you. Like, no. Obviously, all your victims have talked to each other and actually got to know each other because of what you did to them. They had to fucking share their stories, as I've said, and just because of that, they obviously are trying to get it through your mind what you did to them, and you're trying to be like, oh my god, guys, you guys are backstabbers. Why are you guys trying to talk for each other? This doesn't sound like you. Trying to say he never raped Ivy. Pretty much trying to say on his soul that he never raped her, and then she has to tell him, well, does this sound like Ivy? No, this is your actual cousin. Can you just apologize, dude? And then tries to say, she can't hit me and off me if she needs, because yeah, I don't know what's real and what's fake, because at least I could think I trust myself. Like, what are you saying right now? You actually don't make no sense. I honestly think he doesn't make sense, not because of the sleep depriving, but as I've said, because something in his mind is generally wrong. It's just like how Shay says, he really manipulates himself to a point he's just believing all of his lies, even telling himself, I can trust myself, I know I'm a good person, I know people can trust me because I trust myself. Yeah, okay, you can think like everybody else who thinks like that, because realistically, we already know people like that don't last long, okay? And it's really sad because he doesn't care whatsoever. He's just gonna have no remorse pretty much. I just laugh right here when he says, please bro, I just don't want to feel like my ex has a hold over my life anymore. Because that's pretty much his response when his cousin's telling him, no, this is your cousin speaking, not Ivy. You know, because he wants to fucking be like, no dude, this isn't you speaking, you're not being yourself right now. You know what, you're crazy, you're actually crazy. Like, I can't believe you would say that to your own victim. You know, you're the one who actually gave her trauma and lots of fucking things that are wrong with her. She's obviously trying to recover and get better for herself, and the first thing she wants to do is obviously get you to take accountability and apologize. But of course, you're never going to do that because you think in your own mind you never did anything whatsoever, but you know everything in front of you that's pretty much evidence, it's all lies to you though. It's always going to be lies to you till the day you die pretty much. Honestly, what I think he means when he says, I just don't want to feel like my ex has a hold over my life anymore. I think he just pretty much means, oh, I just don't want to feel like my ex is blackmailing me anymore, so I just left, pretty much. Like, dead ass. Like, that's pretty much what you're saying. Because when people are actually telling you what they did to them, pretty much, which is your own victims, by the way, telling you this, you're trying to be like, you're taking a hold over my life, dude. Oh my god, why would you say such a thing? You're gonna ruin my career. Why would you say that? Like, nah, dude. That's just crazy that you would even say that about your own ex, who is another victim of yours. And that's fucking crazy to me. Like, it burns me on the inside. And I'm really trying my best right now to keep my composure. But it's like, how could you sit there like this? This is the truth in your face. But all of a sudden, it's just lies. This is lies to you. And I get it. You want to brush those memories away. You want to forget it. I get it. You want to forget it. You want to act like it never happened. But at the end of the day, you can never do that. That's never going to happen. This is something that will stick into you for the rest of your life. You will forever have to fucking remember what you did to those victims. And you just have to deal with it. It sucks, but you have to deal with the victims actually having to fucking make you take accountability. But if you don't want to take accountability whatsoever, then you'll just have to do the world a favor. And like you even said yourself, you're gonna have to put yourself in an institution. But I don't know when that's ever happening. Alright, let me move out of the way for this one because there's gonna be a lot I have to show you, and plus I'm censoring the faces of the victims because they were minors at the time. So right here he tries to start it off by saying, just please don't off me or try to put me in jail. I literally can't tell your intuition right now, bro. That's why I'm so scared. You have to realize I have trauma from Justin Bad. I might be schizo, dude. He tries to say right here at the bottom, I really love you and I really want to fix things, but none of you guys are willing to fix that with me and even let me take my stuff off the walls. He even told the authorities of the house that I pulled the butterfly knife out with a sad face. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't ask much about this, but to be honest though, I'm not gonna be surprised if he really was doing something like this. Cause I'll be real, when I was looking into his account and I saw some of the video clips of him with the snippet and all that of the music, he had a butterfly knife. So there is a possibility that he obviously pulled out the butterfly knife during this time when he was arguing with these people. And it's just so fucked up to think about. Right here he even tries to be like, oh my god, dude, just listen. I know you don't want to listen to me anymore, but dude, we might actually have supernatural powers, bro. Now at this point, I actually think he's losing himself. He's actually lost it, but he's not willing to actually just get help. He's just gonna talk to his victims and try to manipulate them and gaslight them into thinking he's okay or he doesn't need the help, pretty much. And it's just like, wow, I don't even know what the fuck to say. And then right here he tries to be like, I love you. I'm sorry if you don't want to hear that again. I'll just put myself in an institution in an instant. This second. You keep saying that, but then yet from what I hear, you're not even doing that whatsoever and you're not actually in there. If I actually see a screenshot of you actually putting yourself in an institution, or we see papers that is confirmed that you went to an institution, then I'll have some kind of, belief that maybe you do want to get help. But right now, I don't have any fucking belief at all. I just have doubt. I really doubt that you even want to get help whatsoever. Because of course, you're self-aware, and not only that, but you're trying to throw trauma back into your own victims' faces, pretty much. Even right here, you're trying to say, oh dude, I haven't even thought about that. I haven't in so long. That's why I don't want Ivy to get into your head. I don't trust that this is real. This is what every single night has felt like for the past few days. So you're pretty much saying that you shouldn't let your own victim listen to another victim of yours because you don't want them to know the truth, pretty much. Because that's pretty much what you're saying, dude. You're saying, I don't want Ivy to get into your head. Dude, you don't want Ivy to get into her head because you know what you did to Ivy, and Ivy knows too, so that's why Ivy is trying to help by obviously telling her story, and you just don't want no one to know. When it comes to his mother and her passing, I can't really say much about her because there's only a little bit of knowledge of her, and from what I'm getting out of it from Trayson, his mother pretty much was offed. That's what he's saying, and like I said, I don't really know, but The way how he tries to bring up his dead mother, though, when it comes to him having to face his accountabilities, as you've seen earlier, he tried to pretty much say, oh, if my mother was here, I know who she would stand for. She wouldn't stand for you, Trayson. She was already disgusted the first time when he got caught. After typing and typing away to try to victimize himself, she pretty much just tells him, just apologize for what you did. Just admit it. You raped a girl until she was a teenager. You hurt all of them. You off those little girls. We lost our childhood because of you. When she says the off part, I'm pretty sure she just means you pretty much just killed our childhood pretty much. You changed us. You made us different. And honestly, I don't blame her for actually feeling that way, because it's a valid fucking reason. And honestly, it's so fucking sad that for the rest of her life, she has to deal with this and actually have to figure this out on her own, because of course, you're not willing to actually take accountability whatsoever. And even you said yourself, if I apologize, what's that gonna do? You literally even said, even if I apologize, is that gonna help you? Like, yes, it's going to help them in the end. You're just trying to make it seem that, oh, if I apologize, it's not even gonna be any worth. Why should I apologize? Like, that's your whole fucking point, dead ass. The whole point of it is, though, is closure. They need closure. If anything, you know, they need justice for what you did. But of course, you're not going to give them that closure, because you want to sit there and just try to victimize. You want to trauma dump. You want to actually make it seem like you're the victim and all that. But in reality, you're the monster who creates victims. So right here in this screenshot, this is all on Snapchat. So the victim pretty much posted the story about Trayson on Snapchat, and someone saw it and pretty much replied saying, oh, tell whoever posted this that my sister was touched/raped by him. So not only this is the one screenshot on Snapchat, but this confirms that there's more than one victim. There's many victims out there pretty much that had to deal with Trayson, and honestly, I can't believe that. Right here, what you're looking at, this is a statement from another victim of his, and I'm just gonna read it how it is. So it says right here, for the entirety of our relationship, he would grab and grope me even after I told him it wasn't okay and I wanted him to stop. And then the last night we had talked before I started dating his friend, we were in a golf cart at the skate park and he put his hand down my crotch area. Didn't ask, and believe me, the situation was not intense enough to insinuate that's what he should have done. I kind of froze up for like a minute or so before I freaked out and made him drive me home. And then the next night I met his friend and never talked to him again. We dated from March to June of 2021. I forget to mention, but the name of the victim in this statement goes by Vicky. She pretty much just went off right here, and honestly, I'm proud that she really went in depth with this statement. You know, it really takes a lot of guts at the end of the day for some survivors to come out. I just can't believe that Trayson really wants to lie and say that, nah, I never did anything whatsoever. Everyone's lying, but then yet everybody who used to know him and obviously used to be with him is obviously coming in, you know, coming out and saying their stories. It's coming into the public's eye, and he's trying to just play dumb pretty much. But it's not gonna work, okay? That's not gonna work for very long, because of course eventually the proper authorities are going to obviously take care of it, and when that happens, he's just gonna have to deal with it. If you made it this far into the video, I just wanted to say thank you guys so much. It really means a lot to me. But right now, this is about to get really interesting, because I actually got into contact with the victim, and not only it's one of the victims, it was actually the cousin of Trayson, and I was actually able to ask her certain questions to get more context in everything that I saw when it came to the drive. And everything that she gave me, it really made sense. And not only that, but I got enough context pretty much to know what kind of person Trayson really was.
But yes, he is known for being a liar. He's definitely manipulative as well. He hasn't necessarily confessed to his parents. His mom passed away like years ago, so she only caught it once. And I don't know if his dad knows, but my dad knew. Like, it got caught when we were years old. I'm not totally sure what they did about it, but I mean, we got yelled at as kids. I mean, we were and he convinced us all to get naked in a room. Me, his little brother, and my little sister, and him, obviously. He's always been a very, very good liar and manipulator. Like, it's genuinely scary. In the past, like, little bit, when he was around us, he was in a horrible manic episode, and it was fucking insane. He threw his ex-fiancée against the wall. And, like, I don't know what, like, you've heard, but there's a lot. Like, there's so many different, like, people that he's affected, like, just different things he's done to different people. Like, there's so many victims of his. You know, eventually I will be, like, writing a in-depth, like, lengthy statement of what all happened to me, and, like, other victims will be too. But, honestly, at this point, it's, like, it's nice to talk about. I like getting it out there. I enjoy that. Well, I don't, like, obviously, it's still hard to talk about, obviously. But it's just easier now that, like, I don't have his ass manipulating me into thinking it was my fault, you know? Because now, like, I have a support system that's very, very, very helpful. Yeah, he's fucking crazy, dude. He's actually crazy. He was, like, going insane, like, the couple days before he actually left, like, and I don't even know, like, and he's posting all up on his shit, like, just denying it all. It's fucking insane. I'm like, dude, that does sound like some stupid petty shit he would do. Like, dude, the way he's been posting and acting like nothing's happening while we were literally, like, oh my fucking god, Kate. So his ex-fiancée had his Instagram account, okay, and could log in and see the messages as I was confronting him, like, for fucking from 4 in the morning to 7 in the morning about me, my cousins, and my little sister, and various other people, you know. He was texting multiple different men trying to get them to come over and fuck him. Like, genuinely. And it's fucking disgusting. It's like, what the fuck? And he was all posting up on his note about, I want a dog or a cat, and just, like, just random, stupid, random bullshit. So that's actually his ex-fiancée. That's the one he has been with for, what, 3 years? Was it like 3-ish, maybe a little more, just about, I don't know, around there. He had been his whole relationship as well. They go by, or she goes by she, her pronouns. But that's his ex-fiancée. The one he gets in arguments with about the, like, and shit. His brother is 15 right now, I think. He's either 15 or 16, because my sister's still 15, 16. For me, like, this ended 3 years ago when I turned, or, like, when I was about to turn 16. It was, like, when I was 15, something, around 15. His little brother hasn't really come out fully about what he has done to him. I just know from my experiences with it, like, I know that he did things to him because he was involved a couple times. So there's actually, like, at least 7, I think, because the statement in the doc is another victim that, her name's Vicky. And then there's Ivy, me, my sister, his brother, our other cousin, and I'm pretty sure another girl. But we're not 100% sure about the 7th, so it's like 6 for sure, but possibly 7. But we're gonna be going to the police soon, just because clearly he did about us spreading the shit. Even though it's, like, all, like, you know, true. I don't even know.
Alright, guys. I know that was probably a lot to take in. That was a lot for me to take in. I'm not gonna lie. I can't believe that I had to go through all this and look at every single little fucking thing about this man. And it burns my eyes, and I'm scarred. So I just really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys were well informed, because yeah, this guy is very disgusting and he needs to be seen on the internet. So please leave a comment on what you guys think about him, and as always, have a good day.